Hello there. This is Dante Lancaster from the flight deck. Today I'm with Bosco. Today I'm going to show you guys. We will demonstrate the so-called terminal area energy management. We are pretending like a space shuttle, and on board we have a training captain and also as well as a manager from the airline, and also an engineer from the maintenance repair organization in Hong Kong, a very senior one, and we'll try our best, and we will use I guess we use single engine, but the engine will remain idle and the other engine is basically not in function, and we will have a clean configuration, a pretty slope glide to the runway, and we should be able, we only have one chance, so we try our best. And I have control. I'm ready. Yes, thank you. Gear down, is that already up? Gear up? Okay.
Too low terrain. 30.
Reverse. Maximum brakes.
Oh, very exciting. And we make it. Hello guys, yesterday I was having a flight on the A350 with Bosco and Yes, in the video. So we have a video, and please have a look if you haven't seen it yet. So about the flight on the A350. So we did a first look approach. We have basically no engines, and so then again, how's your feeling?
Pretty exciting and a bit
exciting. Other than that,
is a bit nervous about your
nervous, but you are not. You are the pilot. You are the pilot. I'm the commander, and you are the pilot, not flying. So you should be not scary. I'm scary.
Well, because on the simulator, I'm sitting on the simulator. Yeah. It will move.
Like the real one.
The real one. So.
And by the way, it's the first time that Bosco been the airliner, and basically our simulator is actually, other than the pressure feeling, is everything. The rest is just the same. So I'm not surprised that for him it's a bit stressful.
But
stressful. Then again, for me, same as I do, I'm for sure I never been a space shuttle for sure. So in the video or for the real operation, if anyone want to fly a space shuttle, you have make sure yourself you read the space shuttle manual. Okay, so
and do not fly a space shuttle profile with a normal commercial flight.
Oh god. Okay, so let's conclude what we did yesterday. So this is the this is just a model, but that's pretty detailed. So for most of you, for you guys, you can see the profile of the A350. The wing is actually designed and optimized for the high subsonic speed. So basically, it can't fly over that particular speed limit. So for the space shuttle, I'm sorry, I have the space shuttle model, but I didn't have it now. So for the space shuttle, basically the wings allowed to travel like more than it's a hypersonic speed, as I know. I didn't have a much because I never fly supersonic, so I can only get the details from internet. But then again, yesterday we used this A350. Normally, to demonstrate a slope approach like the space shuttle did. It's a very cool thing. I think everyone agree. Then normal airliners, the landing profile, the normal operation, the landing profile is around like descent rate would be 700 to 800 feet per minute, and the glide slope on course on target, it will be 3 degrees from the runway. 3 degrees, yes, indeed. So it is like that, and you just go on in that kind of profile, 3 degrees and 700 feet descent rate. But for space shuttle, it is like minus 20 at terminal before the so-called P-flare maneuver. It is minus 20, so it's around 3,000 feet. I don't remember, but it has some sort of so-called pre-flare maneuver and gently pitch up, but it is still far away from the throttle. So for airliner, we travel like that. So once we meet the throttle, the piano key, so we gently starting to pitch up. That's the flare. So it's from, well, it's just very gentle, just 7 degrees of the pitch angle we adjust. But for space shuttle, it's like that, and we prefer far away from the throttle. It's like that, and lastly, flare even more because it is not very subsonic friendly. So it trade energy into the lift for the short period gradually, and it is like that. So yesterday we did a similar thing. We did maximum 2400s at 2,400 feet per minute maximum, and until somehow I keep adjusting as the range is around from the 1,500 to around 1,500 and to the 2,400. This range for our descent rate, because we have no figure. No one ever trained it to doing this. There's no purpose to doing this in the airline, but maybe a purpose, I don't know. Like Captain Sully, they both engine failing. But I just guess. But normally in the airline, so as our training captain said, no one ever trained you for this for any reason. There's no practical reason for this training. So as he said, no one ever trained for this. So even for him, he has no figure in his mind. What is the performance? For the rest of things, we just guess, and we try our best to make a reasonable, realistic scenario. So we let one engine failed fully. Another engine is in idle all the time during the flight. So we doing that without flap, without any flap setting. Basically, it's a clean configuration, but the undercarriage is armed in order to produce more drag, because shuttle it is like it's not very it looks like a aerodynamic design for, but it is not that kind. It is not very aerodynamic friendly. So we try to produce more drag. So basically the A350, the aerodynamic model design is basically much more aerodynamic friendly than the Space Shuttle, because Space Shuttle is actually a vehicle that allow to travel outside the atmosphere and the orbit, and also have to re-entry and back to Earth. So there's many considerations to design such an aircraft, and it's beyond our knowledge. So, but then again, all we know is we do sure the A350, it is more in terms of the aerodynamic design, it is much more friendly than the Space Shuttle. So we try to produce more drag, but also we try to make sure the wing does not produce too much lift, because it already does like that, because the delta wing on the Space Shuttle actually not produce much lift in that particular speed. So we try to reduce the lift from the wing from the A350, but we also trying to make more drag. So how we are going to do this is to use the speed brake, and it is not dive brake. So that's the maximum speed brake we can apply, and also the undercarriage we extend to produce more drag, to try to simulate as much as we can. But because based on the A350, the performance has a limit. we try to design it to be optimized to reduce drag and save fuel, the great engine, blah blah blah. It is to make sure the jet has less drag as much as possible. But now we are trying to produce more drag, so we are doing something upside down. But yeah, so based on the performance limitation, we try to do that, use the undercarriage and the speed brake. But as I said, it is not dive brake. So we tried it once, attempting, it is a failed. We try to use an eastern slope angle to approach, but we fail. Why? Because I can't control the speed, because even I fully extend the spoiler, the speed brake, it is still accelerating in that profile. So there's no other way. So I try to use, at the end, we have a once attempt, which is successful. I don't remember, I just remember the descent rate is around like 1,500 and 2,400 feet per minute. But I don't remember exactly how we use the down pitch angle, but it is lower than 0. In normal airliner, we not really, and the speed is around like above 200. It's below 240 knots. Yeah, that's all I remember. Then we go down to the runway, and after down to below 1,000 feet, we starting to according to the my awareness, I try to make sure in appropriate moment I make just a little bit pre-flare maneuver, which is I haven't yet reached the threshold, but I do some pre-flare like that to trade our airspeed into our lift because we have no flaps. So at the end, we have no flaps, and we use even a higher at the after we pass through the threshold, and basically we do even like that. There's no flap right now, and we do exactly the same profile like this model, and we pitch up even more a little bit. If I remember, it's like 10 degrees.
Wow.
Yeah, but normally it's not. So we pitch up the normal regular normal operation that does, and when we did it, the sunk rate is around 500. I hope this is still okay. We are still in one piece. Some airline president said that this is a good landing if you can walk away from in one piece. I do agree, but somehow I do not agree. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video from we had yesterday, and I'll see you guys next time. If you have any question, feel free to ask. Thank you.